Hello everybody, how you doing? Good old Dreamcast 84 here. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing Resident Evil Code Veronica, and this is a game that is the third of the Resident Evil trilogy on the Sega Dreamcast, right? So I was getting ready to do a different review, but the lighting conditions aren't really ideal, so I thought I'd just go ahead and get Resident Evil Code Veronica, at least the intro, done for now. That's cool. This game is a favorite among a lot of Dreamcast owners. I don't know if it would be considered as one of the best Resident Evil games ever. I don't know. I think that there's been some good, solid ones on the PS3 and stuff. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the series like that. It's not really, my type of game because I keep getting stuck in these. I keep telling you, you guys already know how I feel about these games, but I know that you, Heart Donor, and you, Gollum Cone, absolutely love these games. So I'm wanting to give this game its just due for you guys and just for Resident Evil fans. A lot of people love these games, right? But I just want to show gameplay footage, just do what I do, right? And just kind of honor what you like and just, I don't know, just to be honest at the same time. I mean, you guys know this isn't really my thing, but, hey, it's cool. I'm not trying to take away from what makes you happy, and I'm just talking about all the Dreamcast games. So yeah, this is Resident Evil Code Veronica. What else is going on? Last night I failed to mention that I got this Blu-ray, but I got the People Under the Stairs, and I watched that last night, and I forgot about like little things about this movie. Like, I remember the atmosphere, and I forgot that the main character was like like there was like a man in the house that was like wearing like leather bondage stuff. Like, I forgot that. I just remember other aspects of the film over on top of this. But this one's a really good, solid Wes Craven movie, and speaking of atmosphere, it makes me think of Nothing But Trouble. And there's a few others and stuff, but yeah, this is a really good '90s. I guess you would consider it horror, but with today's standards and stuff, it takes a whole lot to scare anybody. But definite awesome movie. I recommend The People Under the Stairs. I was watching some Outer Limits just now. Just trying to get caught up with that show. I mean, like there's really good episodes with the Outer Limit, but I mean, there's a lot of shows on the Outer Limits that are kind of meh, not the best series. It seems like X-Files is a little bit more solid. Just if you just catch a random episode of X-Files, you're probably gonna have a good time. If you watch a random episode of Outer Limits, it's a little bit more of a steeper slope there. But Code Veronica, good times. Just laying back. I don't have to work today, so that's cool. Maybe I can get some good gameplay footage and get this stuff out the way, but at the same time, I'm trying to like have a good work-life balance, because by work I mean working on these, because yeah, man, I just gotta watch movies and hang out and just do stuff. I probably need to go to the gym today because I can, just stuff like that. I was gonna make I've been blending. I got some collard greens and I blended that. Got a lemon, some organic tomatoes, and what else? Broccoli. So I'm just gonna blend that in a blender and drink that. Have a little power thing today, so that's cool. And other than that, Resident Evil Code Veronica. I played this before, and I just don't really remember it as much. But I know it's gonna look good. My expectations is that it's gonna look better than Resident Evil 2. And it's definitely going to be better than Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And other than that, I guess we'll go into gameplay footage and all that. But Resident Evil Code Veronica. All right, good times, good deal. Yeah, I recorded this last night. I did a whole gameplay thing. I am recording this again because I owe you guys just a better video. I was a little bit upset because the very beginning of this game is very dark. So as I'm not sure if this is the right word, as a preamble or a prelude or something. Just as a little warning, it's a little bit dark later on. Here's the opening cinematic, by the way. But yeah, it's a little bit dark. You have to find. You see that little flashlight she's got? I mean, the lighter that she has in her hand. You need that in this game. So, arguably, this is more atmospheric, a little bit more immersive, right? So, as you can see, this the gameplay graphics look pretty good. I would dare to say that it looks better than Resident Evil 2. I think Resident Evil 2 is a little bit more fun than 3. It kind of grabs the casual gamer's attention a little bit better. This one, I don't know, I guess you have to kind of get used to the series, because I played some last night, and, you know, it didn't grab me as much as Resident Evil 2. So I guess I fall within the Resident Evil 2 fan club, I suppose, but yeah, let's just do new game. I might have a game save file already on my memory card from yesterday, because I uploaded a 60% done with the game disc 2 save, so...
The American Midwestern town, Raccoon City, has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak that was instigated by the international corporation Umbrella. Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to search for her lost brother Chris, and a rookie police officer, Leon S. Kennedy, managed to escape from the city. But their ordeal was only a prelude of things to come.
Identification number is WKD 4496. Welcome to your new home.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her lost brother, Chris Redfield, one of the surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, if I go crazy with the editing, it's simply because the footage is just too dark. I had to turn the brightness up to like 70% or something like that. So if you do see something bright on the screen and it totally pops out, you know, that's why. So, yeah, it's very imperative that you equip the lighter. It's equipped, okay.
Perfect. Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. The troops have been wiped.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
Yes, this game has a cinematic quality. It's like every installment. Well, I don't know about Nemesis, but it seems like they totally built up on the whole franchise. Like Resident Evil 2 was like really quality. It was a definite step up from Resident Evil 1 because Resident Evil 1 was kind of, I don't know, hokey with the full motion video and whatever. And I think that it's like more panned by the fans. But then, you know, each installment kind of builds on themselves. But apparently, I think it was you, Gollum Cone, that said that Resident Evil 6 is of no regard. It's just not that good. We're just kind of exploring the stage, just kind of going around. You try to talk to this guy, but you can't. There's an ink ribbon. It must be an ashtray, because he was smoking. I thought there was a good old ink ribbon. Very interesting save. I don't know if there's any other games that has ink ribbons as a save game tool. Is that a box of ammo for shotgun shells because it's a green box? No, it's just a green stationery holder for your letters and your, all that. I don't know. We have a typewriter and an ink ribbon here, so we're gonna pick it up. Good times, but we're probably not gonna use it because I'm gonna upload a game save file. Cockroaches all up in this house, all up in here. Yeah, I'm just really glad that I'm in a better mood. I'm just, I don't know, like I drank that like broccoli and collard green and tomato, I guess smoothie. I just blended it yesterday, and I think that eating good really does make a difference. Like, it just does, it's night and day. I'm thinking about just juicing and stuff. I might want to get a juicer. There's this guy on YouTube, like Raw Life Health Show. He's a Jewish fellow. Now I have I have things that are against Jewish, the satanic Jews, the rabbis that circumcise babies, then they put their mouth up to the circumcised baby's penis to suck the blood off of it. Like, there's severe cognitive dissonance with that. Like, that's really satanic and wrong. Like, it's a blood ritual. But I'm essentially taking the guy's information, and I am, this is a bad analogy to put it that way because it's kind of carnal, but eating the meat and spitting out the bones. I know that there's probably a better way to phrase that, but he's got a lot of awesome information about nutrition. So I forgot his channel's name, but it's like Raw Life Health Show. But he has pertaining to that information, if you just like kind of categorize and compartmentalize information like that, if you just keep it, you know what I mean? You never take everybody's full doctrine, you know what I mean? Because seems like the devil's in the details, right? So always use discernment when it comes to learning things. They don't teach that in schools, do they? To think for yourself. No, they're like, just fit in, just do what everybody else is doing, right? Zombies pop out right here. It's very awesome cinematic right here. Well, I did better the second time going through because I took 2 bites from the zombies because I didn't have my gun equipped. I probably should have known to equip my gun. But here we are. See, she's not like holding her arm. Like when she's wounded, she holds her arm. And here's a little place where a dude's like, "Oh, I thought you were a zombie." And he's kind of effeminate too. And she shoots that spotlight out. I'm just spoiling the whole game.
Wait.
Listen to this guy.
Who are you? Huh? You're not a zombie. Well, great. Wait right there. I'm coming over. Sorry about that little misunderstanding. But I thought you were another one of those monsters.
Shut up. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Relax, beautiful. I said I was sorry. My name's Steve. I was a prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire? Nice. I'll remember that. Hey, I hear there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up!
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
Yeah, it's true. Alright, I really like that interaction. That guy, he kind of came across as, I don't know, maybe perhaps bisexual. He was wearing like a weird collar thing, and, you know, he just looked all, like, upkept like that. And I guess, upon second viewing here, that guy's probably a pickup artist, because he is kind of hitting on the chick, but at the same time acting disinterested. And that's a, like, core pickup artist technique, is to make pretend that you don't want the thing that you do want, which is the chick. So he's like, but he also slams hard truth down. He's like, "You'll slow me down." And I was agreeing, like, yeah, because, man, you have no idea how just held back I felt by females just before, like, in relationships and stuff. Just they're so slow that they take forever to get ready for anything. Like, seriously, like, we get stuff done as men. I mean, I guess I'm coming across as impatient, but seriously, like, us men, we're ambitious. We got a lot of creative force and energy and stuff. Women just don't do anything. They're just like, hold on, let me do my hair. They care about, like, appearance. Like, let me do my hair. Let me just cry on your shoulder so I can be an emotional tampon. You know, I always find myself talking about the differences between men and women. And, like, I guess I'm an advocate for segregation when it comes to sexes. You know, just keep men in men's schools and women in women's schools and stuff. I guess you need to learn how to interact with each other, but I don't know. I just feel like we would progress as a you know, as a species better, you know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I was trying to use the word prelude, but that was actually something that was stored in my, I guess, short-term memory banks, because that was used in this game. So that's where I picked that up. And yeah, isn't it crazy? We just kind of parrot whatever we come across, you know. None of us are really that original, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. The game Plasma Sword used the word prelude, you know, I think. I have taken the handgun. I'm turning the volume down. I already did that. So, yeah. In this segment, this door is locked, I believe. Yeah, the central gate, it's locked. But I want to reiterate or just say that this game series has an undeniable quality that draws you in, and I can totally see how if you were a kid back in the day, back in 99, 2000, 2001, if you were playing these games, how you'd play a little bit, get stuck, and then, you know, you'd have just a selection of games, because, you know, your parents might not have like a million games at your disposal at the time, so you would just have this game, and then you'd go back and play more of it, because you might be kind of attracted to the game because of the zombies and the horror nature of it. So you're like, yeah, I want to get into that environment, I want to check that out. And then, you know, you're kind of stuck with this game, but then you play it a couple times, and then you grow to love it. I totally can see that. I can totally see that. It's just that I kind of missed that boat. And that's not to say that I can't, you know, try to play this game here. And especially this one, like, check out the scenes and stuff, because this is a kind of an immersive, awesome game. So yeah, I can totally see how playing this game and just giving it more of a shot, how it could hook you. It could totally hook you. It's just it's a quality game, but you have to kind of be patient with it. Hey, I already got it equipped. That's cool. It just kind of equipped it for myself. Okay, that's cool. So let's shoot these zombies because they are kind of in the way. There's like 4 or 5 of them. It's kind of hard to... Oh man, this one's having a hard time getting down. Get down. They don't really come back at you like in Resident Evil 2. In Resident Evil 3, you shoot them a couple times, they don't come back. I guess depending on the zombie or the zombie type. If it's hard to make out what's going on, it's kind of a dark segment. I think they want you to equip that lighter. And there's something on fire a little bit later, and you have to like figure out how to douse the fire with water or something. Oh, this one wants to come back up. Now, if you want to reload your weapon, you just you have to do it manually, right? Let's check it out. Use. The ammos cannot be used alone. Huh. Equip. Oh, combine. Hey, that's how you do it. Yeah, you just kind of have to just kind of toggle and stuff, and you just have to keep your finger on that X button, which is kind of more ergonomic for the Dreamcast. So, you know, I mean, once you get used to the X button being the main button, that's cool. Very minor gripe. You do get used to it. You do. And holding down the A button to run, you get used to the whole schematic. Yeah, I think that fire you douse later on, but I could be wrong. It could just be a little side background environment thing. Oh, yeah, you gotta go this way. You would think that the fire would just go away from the rain, but no. I was watching Powder yesterday, and I want to kind of finish that because I got about 30 more minutes of that movie. And it was very atmospheric, and it's not really the most memorable movie of the 90s, but the main character who plays the albino guy, his mom was pregnant, and then she got hit by lightning, and then she died, but the baby survived, and then the baby kind of gets disowned by his family, and then he has to like live with his grandparents in the cellar, and he ends up reading a whole lot of books, and he's like super smart, but he's like socially inept because he just didn't have social, experience growing up. And it's cool. Jeff Goldblum's like a teacher, but he's like genuinely interested in the guy because he is, interested in like electricity and stuff. And it's just like his whole body is like the closest that a human being can be to being like a energetic electron or something. And it's an interesting little oddity from the 90s. I thought it was pretty cool. And watching The People Under the Stairs, too, that was like a really atmospheric movie. Powder is a very atmospheric movie in the respect that it is... I don't know why I backtracked, but but it has lots of trees and stuff. And I was thinking, what kind of movies are kind of like akin to this, where it's just like you see a lot of trees and nature and awesome stuff? I mean, like, I guess you can categorize Twister. Yeah, definitely Twister. That's a really good 90s movie when it comes to atmosphere and like weather and just being really awesome. And what was that one with Christina Applegate? It was Mom, I Killed the Babysitter. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. That's what it is. And I have that on DVD. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. That's the one where Christina Applegate like convinces her boyfriend, no, I'm not a transgender. No, I'm not one of those Hollywood transgender. And like he was like, are you sure you're not a dude? And she's like, no, I'm not. It's like, why would they include that in the movie if there wasn't an element of truth? Because that's what the Gnostics and the Satanists do. They hide truth in plain sight. So I feel like I'm the only person out there that's saying, hey, Christina Applegate's probably one of those like, in utero transgenders, So yeah, I just uploaded a different game save. This is 60% into the game on disc 2. You switch characters. You go from Clara Redfield to this guy. And he has something in his inventory already. So you can go to this, I think it's called Halbert. And you go to your inventory. Yeah, he already has that. So you just use it. It's actually kind of good for the review that I played this game yesterday, and then now I can just kind of play the same game file and kind of just, it's going to be a shorter video for it, even though I'm talking about all kinds of stuff, like movies, 90s movies and stuff. Yeah, like I really like, oh yeah, this is a long part too, because this is Alfred Pennyworth's diary that, he's just, I don't know why he would have a diary, because I guess diary. Yeah, men don't have diaries. Men have journals. There's a difference. I think that Doug Funny had a journal, and then Roger stole it. It's funny that I remember his name. The high school bully in Doug was Roger. I don't remember his last name. Was it? I don't know. I've been thinking about Doug a lot because I title my little segments when I do intros, like on my little tablet. For Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, for the intro, I entitled it Nematode. And I remember there was something to do with like some sort of creek or something with like a nematode. There's nothing over there for what I can see. It looks like an elevator shaft, but no, I don't know. There's the typewriter in this little room, little office area, just a little safe space. I think that you need to use this little treasure box. I call it a treasure box even though it's not. Now I have all kinds of weapons, and that's cool. Now I have I got like 5 slots that are open. That's I don't know. I guess I got 5 slots so I can just kind of go. As a Resident Evil fan, I'm talking to you guys, Gollum Cone and Heart Donor. Do you guys wish that there was more, say, like, item slots? Like, there's only 8 slots that you can have on you at one time. Do you guys wish that you could hold more? Because you have to backtrack, don't you? Right? Is that a minor gripe of that I have alone, or are you guys just interested in that? I mean, like, used to that. I'm just asking you guys. I made a little joke with the first time through. I was like, "What's through this door? Is it the naked old lady from The Shining?" And then I went through the door. I was like, I was more right than wrong. I'm just really glad that I'm in a better mind frame, because I was a little bit kind of upset yesterday, and like I said, you guys deserve a better review, especially from me. I don't want to like review the last Resident Evil game for the Dreamcast of that trilogy and just kind of disrespect my my audience by not giving you the best quality video that I know how to give. But I like this little segment, man. I think some zombies pop up. Is there something I can take off with some of these zombies? Yeah, there's a couple that kind of pop up. Hey, there's something that's shiny. Oh, here we go. That hat, he couldn't have fallen for no reason. Yeah, I knew it would like spur some sort of zombie uprising. It's crazy how they act dead and then all of a sudden, nope, you know. Graphics and stuff look great, you know. Looks like something I can pick up. Only useless books. Looks like something you can pick up though. First aid spray and stuff. Why not? Did I get bit one time? Not sure. But yeah, this game is cool, and it looks like stuff happens, and there was this segment, yeah, the lighting looks good, man. It's surprisingly good. Good for a Dreamcast game. Like, I mean, I know that doesn't look like much to you, but, you know, you see the main character and how the light is kind of reflecting off of him, where you know what I mean? That's actually pretty good for the time, because this was before Splinter Cell, and Splinter Cell really mastered that. Oh man, the lighting in Splinter Cell is just amazing. But you guys probably already knew that. Man, it's just, it really kind of boggles my mind how they were so into PlayStation 1, but comparing them, the Dreamcast just looks better, but people really kind of, like, they didn't really adopt the Dreamcast. So they just got rid of the Dreamcast because of the promise of how awesome PlayStation 2 is. And the PlayStation 2 is awesome with the game variety and the fact that you can play a DVD player, but it's not a game system like the Dreamcast is. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're a PlayStation 2 fan, I don't want to take away from what you love, right? But it's just not for me, man. It's not for me. I mean, I think that most of the you know, the games that you can play on like multiple systems, you know, I forgot what the terminology is, but the multi-plat games, I guess, they are better on Xbox original. Way better. If you just look at the graphical quality and fidelity and whatever. I always say quality and fidelity and character and charm. I'm always talking about that. But, yeah, man, it's just, graphically, the Dreamcast is better than the PS2. Sorry if that's a controversial, I don't mean to trigger you, but the Dreamcast games look better just on average, and Xbox original games look better on average. The Xbox original looks better for the whole 6th gen, just looks like, you know what I mean? The game library just looks better. And, you know, GameCube looks better than the PS2. I'm sorry, the PS2 just looks muddy, grainy. You can kind of forgive it because if you grew up playing the PlayStation 1, you know, the PS2 does look undeniably better than PS1 games, but, you know. Oh, you can go up there, there's a little airplane hangar thing, and I want to show off this little segment. Yeah, this is just a cool little segment because I remember there was, well, I won't spoil it for you, but look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a spider under the ice. How cool was that? What accounts for that? What happened? You know that spider's gonna come out. I bet you it's one of those like canisters on the ice. You shoot it or something, and he comes through it. It's actually more frightening if you think of the spider as being a she, because it could be pregnant, and then shoot it and little baby spiders come out. How frightening would that be? Equally frightening. Oh, and yesterday I thought these guys were like Spider-Man because they got red and blue. They kind of got the same. Oh, I thought it was just a cinematic. Let me shoot. Yeah. I love this gun. It's just a one-shot, one-kill thing, for the most part. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of a dark room. It hasn't been used in a long time. It's rusty. Oh, I think that's like one of those like little stations where you can mix and match like metals and make tools and stuff. It's kind of a common thing in these games. Looks like I'm a magazine or something. I'm talking about like magazine and in the sense of gun magazines. Metal processing device, yes. I've seen those in games before, man. I think that I've tried to play Resident Evil before. I should tap that X button as I'm going across corpses, because you can find ammo and stuff. Yeah. But this is just a little side room with stuff in it. I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of want to like, I guess show the top of the ice and then show that little airplane hangar thing, which you can't go in because you need to find Claire Redfield, I guess, or whatever her name is. Blue jean wearing chick. Her name needs to be Jean for blue jean, for denim, because she grew up in the denim family. They went to Texas Steakhouse a lot growing up, and Applebee's. They went to Applebee's a lot as well. And you know, they got the chicken sliders or some generic sounding food. They got the quesadilla bites. That's what they got. I mean, who didn't get the quesadilla bites and the chicken slammers at, you know? Oh, you can pick up this thing. I thought that you could. Yeah, you can. You totally can. Yeah. It's like one of the last things I need to pick up. But I gotta backtrack. You gotta backtrack. You gotta keep backtracking. And then backtrack. And then you gotta save. And then you gotta load. And then you gotta backtrack. See, I got my own little song going on. These guys revived too. I feel like all of the zombies that look like they're dead, they always come back to life. Why is that? I don't know. You know, if living tissue's gonna come back in zombie form, wouldn't other things come back too? Wouldn't like decomposed matter in the soil and stuff come back? I don't know. Suspend disbelief. Now, what I'm gonna do is just run. Oh man, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Come on, just run. Run. Yeah, that's right. Let me shoot from this angle. Yeah. Establishing safe distance. I have enough first aid spray and stuff. I feel like I'm going to be okay. This is all rudimentary to you guys. You guys already know this stuff. You probably played these games many times. I bet you guys played these games at least 3 times. You guys got nostalgic for these games and revisited these games, didn't you? Tell me if I'm wrong. Please. And you guys are awesome, man. I mean, I know you guys don't watch all of my videos, but I guess it kind of goes both ways. You know, I watch Heart Donor's videos just whenever he comes out with random stuff. I'm sorry, man. I don't really watch the workout stuff. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'm kind of under the impression that you're just in front of the camera, just working out, and just, you know, as a dude, I don't really want to watch another dude work out. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I was under the impression that I can shoot this thing. Let me try to shoot it, and maybe it'll blow up. Just wasting ammo. I don't think I'm doing it correctly. Let's see if I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking about Blockbuster Video right now, and I don't know. My mind kind of wanders on the old stuff, the cool stuff. See, look at me, man. I'm all like wounded and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you, Gollum Cone, you probably played. Let me use that herb for health reasons. Did I already use it? I'm sure you played this game multiple times, haven't you? At least twice in your life. But yeah, one of the Resident Evils you did not play on the actual Dreamcast. Maybe, was it Resident Evil 2? Where the prices are just too steep in the United Kingdom and the Europe area. I think it's Germany. Is that where you're from, dude? because you told me before, and I feel like so horrible because I didn't remember that. Because like I'm trying to be like, I guess a good friend. I don't know. I mean, like I'm trying to be cool to people and stuff, and like I don't know. It's like I mean, it's just easy to just, I don't know. Maybe my listening skills and stuff aren't as good, but you know, at least I'm cognizant of it, man. I just apologize for that, man. I hope you don't feel. I don't want you to feel any kind of way like that. You know what I mean? Like you know, I'm just admitting my faults. You know, sorry, man. But yeah. You know, I'm sorry if I don't watch your videos like I should, Heart Donor, man, because, like, I mean, you're a really cool guy. I think you're from the D.C. area. I saw a lot of your early stuff. You know, those videos where you were on the bike and you were just, you know, just saying stuff like, hey, man, I'm trying to, like, essentially just, you know, better my life. And I'm all about bettering lives and just, like, getting past stuff and just, like, kind of overcoming, I guess, just negative influences and you know, just all of that good stuff, man. Just, I thought you can get on the ice on that segment, but there's a big old giant spider, and yeah, you see that spider? I guess it's kind of hard to see, but it's awesome. And yeah, Heart Donor, man, you just like, you're just a really deep guy, and you're just very sincere and honest. And I think that quality about you is what I like. Just in this day and age, people respond to sincerity and honesty, and it's something that we don't get enough of. And you're one of the most real people on YouTube that I've come across, just for real, man. Just like even people who come across as real, you know, they're not as honest about like some of the things you talk about, and you know what I mean. I think you're more honest than me when it comes to talking about certain things, and you know, I think that's really deep. You're just I don't know, just you're a good guy. That's all I'm saying, man. And Gollum Cone, you're awesome too, man. I just like I've said before, man. Just you guys, man. Just you're positive, and that's what my channel's all about, man. Just positivity, talking about what's good, and I might vent about women and stuff like that, and that's just because I'm a fan of truth as well. Yeah, this little, you see this airplane hangar? I guess you can get a better view. Yeah, you see that? Look at that. That's an awesome jet. And I want to get on it, but you got to look for Claire. See, that's that guy at the beginning was right. He was like, no, 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 sweetheart. No. Look, you're gonna slow me down. You're gonna slow me down. And then she looked so upset about it. She's like, but that guy at the beginning, he was a red pill guy. He was just like, no, I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna, but I don't know. He's like, no. But then this guy, he's like, I'm blue pill. I must do anything and everything for Claire because, oh man, it's gonna get me somewhere. Oh yeah, I just know it. Sorry, dude. You know, you're better off just man, if I was that guy, I'd get on that jet and get out, you know? But, yeah, I mean, this is essentially the game, and, you know, I appreciate all my regulars, and even the people who kind of come and go, like you, Heart Donor, man. I just, you know, we're each doing our own thing, and that's cool, man. I like the fact that, I don't want fair weather friends. I don't want people to be nice to me and then be upset at me because I didn't watch one of your videos. I mean, we're all human, man. Just let's keep our expectations low, right? I'm just glad to be here. And yeah, this is just a really cool game. I want to give this game a solid 10 out of 10 because the production quality, the graphics, the sound, and just the atmosphere and everything is just really top notch. This is undeniably the best Resident Evil game on the Dreamcast. I like Resident Evil 2 a whole lot because I just think it has more of a, you know, a welcoming aspect to it. This one just appeals to more of the diehard fans, but I'm not saying that it's a bad game because of that. I'm giving this a solid 10 out of 10 simply because it's undeniable. This is a really good game. It's a little dark to begin with. Turn your brightness up for the first segments. And do I recommend this game? Of course I do. I mean, they had, you know, special edition Dreamcast, like, Stars system, and I think it's just like red. I don't know if it was like it's just some red special edition Resident Evil. I think it had like a black bottom shell, but a transparent red upper shell. Those things go for insane amounts. And yeah, so 10 out of 10, totally recommend. And other than that, I don't know what else to say. I think I've probably said everything I need to. So yeah, go out and get this game if you're a Resident Evil fan. And for other people who are just not initiated into it, I'm not sure which one to play first. Just right off the bat, I would say just play Resident Evil 2 first, and then play this one. And then if you're just totally crazy about Resident Evil games, then play Resident Evil 3 on the Dreamcast if that's your only system. But if you have other systems, Gollum Cone says avoid 6. That's not the good one. And I think that there were some on, I believe, the Nintendo DS or something, or 3DS, and there's something to do with like one game save file or something. So skip that one too. Stick to the console versions, I suppose. And other than that, just Resident Evil's just a good, solid game franchise. If you're a big fan of horror movies and stuff like that, yeah, it's a no-brainer. I guess pun intended, right? But yeah, good times. And thanks for watching, guys. You guys are awesome.